Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, March 26, 2015 at 1:34 a.m. Birmingham. Topic: the difference between Watchmen and the Watchers. And on the Israel Video Network, there's promised an electronic Holocaust in Israel. I'll tell you about that. And the other, I'll start with first, is my daughter posted a blog or posted on Facebook asking someone, one of her friends, about a tutor for my granddaughter on math. And I thought, well, she's got a B average. Why does she need a tutor for that? So I called my daughter because I'm good in math and I can probably do it a lot easier than most because that was my major. Any case, what got me was when I got to my email and checked it, there's another Facebook thing that came in after that from a friend of mine in Las Vegas. And here's the title: Common Core School Assignment forces students to make prayer rugs and recite Muslim prayers. The story is from toprightnews.com. And to that, I say, oh, hell no. So, let me tell you quickly about the Israel Video Network. Hackers promised an electronic Holocaust in Israel on April the 7th, just a few weeks. But keep in mind, there's a blood moon on April the 4th, just 3 days prior to that. Now, let me tell you the reason I'm bringing this up. The first 2 blood moons went against Israel, and we didn't hear but just tiny tidbits of it, what they really went through. It was a lot more than you think. But the next 2 blood moons, I believe, will be a completely different story. I believe the end of all this attacking of Israel by our men down at the big house is going to end. I believe that Israel will be looked at in a completely different light after the blood moon on April the 4th. I believe the next 2 blood moons is going to turn things around for Israel in a major, major way that'll make the world stand up and notice. What can that be? It's only a guess, but when it starts on April the 4th at the blood moon, I don't think it will end until the end of the 7-year tribulation, because I believe that this will lead into that time. All right, the difference between Watchmen and the Watchers. Number 1, an angel not only... Well, I take that back. An angel is not a title. An angel is a species. Angels may or may not be a winged being. Angels are part man and part angel, or part human and part angel. Angels also bred with human, and their offspring were the Nephilim, as we all know. Angels are also considered to be watchers. Angels have the free will, as we know, to do what they want. Most are, at least the ones that are still there, their allegiance is with God, and that'll never change. So the difference between them and the Watchmen are those Christians who look for signs in the skies, whether it be the stars, the moon, the sun, other planets, dreams and visions, and through studies in the Torah. And the man that kind of opened the door on this really was probably Hal Lindsey, because Watchmen wasn't used prior to that, but the Watchers were. And let me tell you about that. The Watchers mentioned in Daniel chapter 4 verse 13, and again in 17, and again in chapter 20, in verse 23. It's Daniel 4 and 13 and 17 and in 23, and in Genesis chapter 6 verse 1 through 4 speaks about the Watchers. Keep in mind, angels, the Watchers, man, watchman. And a better way to try to remember that, watchman on the wall. That's who we are. The Watchers are God's angels. So, that's it for today. Jody Wolf, Expoz.